Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I'm Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me is Jay Hughesman. And Jay and I are here to do the Phoenix preview for the NASCAR Cup Series. And Jay, when this race is over, the season has concluded, and we will know who the champion is in the Cup Series.
We will, and yeah, I was going to say, now we've been talking about it. Of all the other series, we kind of had that favorite, but we said they could be beat. Here in the Cup Series, I don't even know that you can call there being a heavy favorite. I know Denny Hamlin with the most wins, maybe, but I think this one's going to be a tough one, and it's going to be a solid field, as we do have 38 teams, not quite a full field, but 38 teams on the entry list. We got JJ Yaley is in the number 44 for, I believe that's a New York racing team, and then the number 66 is Casey Mears, as he is going for 500 Cup Series starts. But then you also have the three, they are open, but been there all year. They are now open teams. Front Row Motorsports, number 4, Noah Gragson, the number 34 of Todd Gilliland, and the 38 of Zane Smith. And the 2311 teams that are open teams now, Bubba Wallace in the number 23, Riley Herbst in the number 35, and Tyler Reddick in the number 45. So that gives us the field, and I think it's going to come down to a wild finish. This one might be wilder than Martinsville, honestly.
Yes, I'm beginning to think that as well, that this one could be a Wild West shootout at Phoenix Raceway.
Nice.
At Phoenix Raceway this weekend. It is called the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Race, and we know that Phoenix is that 1 mile asphalt oval. The race for the Cup Series is Sunday, November the 2nd, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be broadcast live on NBC and Peacock starting at 2 p.m. Eastern, along with radio coverage on MRN and SiriusXM NASCAR Channel 90. Now, the distance is 312 laps for 312 miles. So the first stage is 60 laps. That will end on lap 60. The second stage is actually 65 laps, ending on lap 185. And then the final stage ends on the last lap if there's no overtime, and that is lap 312. The Cup Series will have a practice session on Friday, October the 31st, and that will be on True TV, MRN, and SiriusXM at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then they'll have, on Saturday, the Cup Series will have their Busch Light pole qualifying, again on True TV, MRN, and SiriusXM, and that starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And Sunday, of course, is the race at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So there's not as many notes here. I'm kind of shocked because usually we have more notes for the Cup Series, but I do have some other things that are going on this weekend that we can cover once we've covered our notes here.
All right. Well, we'll start with the history. This is the 59th running of a NASCAR Cup Series race at Phoenix Raceway.
And 2025 is the 6th season that Phoenix has hosted the championship round from 2020 to the current year.
A couple of different things here as far as the championship four. Kyle Larson is the only former champion in this championship four this year.
And William Byron is the only championship four drivers who's also raced for a championship at Phoenix, and that happened just last year.
And Chase Briscoe is the new kid on the block, as he's the only driver in the championship four for his first time.
Now, Kyle Larson is the only championship four driver without a playoff win. Twice the champion has been won the championships without a playoff win in the first of 9 races of elimination style playoffs. Kyle Busch did it in 2015 and 19, when he won both the race of the championship.
Now, Tony Stewart in 2005 is the only champion who did go winless in the entire playoff.
All right, and that's unusual. This is the second time that two teams had multiple cars in the championship four. It's really those two teams only in the championship four. Hendrick Motorsports and Joe Gibbs Racing have 2 cars each. In 2021, Hendrick Motorsports won that championship with Kyle Larson during that year. So this is the second time that we've had Hendrick Motorsports and Joe Gibbs Racing going head to head, Jay.
Yeah, it's been interesting. They've been talking about that throughout the week on Sirius XM. So it's kind of interesting to see that matchup come yet again. So we'll see if who prevails this time.
Yes.
And Denny Hamlin, if Joe Gibbs is going to win this time, Denny Hamlin be one of them. He finished second in Phoenix in March, whereas Kyle Larson was third, William Byron sixth, Chase Briscoe 35th. Again, had a little bit of an issue.
15 of the 35 races this season were won by the 4 championship 4 drivers. All 4 drivers have at least 3 wins, and Denny Hamlin has the series best at 6 wins.
And we've talked about this being not just the best 8 as far as the championship 8, but now in this final 4. And yeah, the championship 4 is going to be really tough to pick one out of.
It really is.
Now, each of the championship 4 drivers does have a cup win at Phoenix. Denny Hamlin, the only driver with multiple wins, but hasn't won there since 2019.
And that was before the next gen car.
That's true.
Now, William Byron leads all drivers in laps run in the top 5 at Phoenix in the next gen car. He has 1,618 laps led in the top 5. And laps run in the top 10 at Phoenix in the next gen car at 1,975. So he leads all the other drivers. So that bodes well for him.
I was going to say, we gave 3 different things that lead to 3 different drivers. So that's why we say your pick is going to be tough. If Denny Hamlin were to win, he would become the 3rd oldest Cup champion at 44 years old, 11 months and 15 days. The oldest since Bobby Allison, going back to 1983.
Wow. Now, Kyle Larson's 10 top 5 finishes at Phoenix are his most at a track. His 14 top 10 finishes are tied for his most at a track with Las Vegas.
Now, Kyle Busch will become the 14th driver to make 750 Cup starts this weekend. The best finish for a driver in their 750th start was second. That was by Mark Martin at Dover in September of 2009.
And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to be making his 400th consecutive start this weekend, the 3rd longest active streak. So really congratulations to those 2 drivers on milestone starts this weekend.
You weren't kidding. They were short on notes for the Cup Series. Did we have a championship breakdown? I'll have to back out and see if they have a separate one, because that did seem really short.
It is short, but I am going to give you some news from Phoenix Raceway. Phoenix Raceway is turning up the volume for the NASCAR's biggest weekend of the year. Multi-platinum award-winning country music artist Jordan Davis is headlining the pre-race concert ahead of the Cup Series championship race on Sunday, November the 2nd. He's bringing his signature blend of personal storytelling and Southern charm to the championship stage. He's known for pushing the boundaries of country music. Davis has captivated fans with his hits like Buy Dirt, Next Thing You Know, and the chart-topping I Ain't Sayin', which recently reached #1 on the U.S. country radio. Now he's bringing the energy of his highly anticipated new album, Learn the Hard Way, to Phoenix Raceway for a performance fans will not forget.
And Phoenix Raceway is also revving up with the high-octane excitement for NASCAR Championship weekend with an all-new Phoenix Raceway Fan Fest. And that's set for Thursday, October 30th. This is a free, family-friendly event. We run from 4 to 7 p.m. It doesn't tell me if that's mountain time.
That's local time.
I would guess that'd be the local time for Phoenix. It'll be located there at Civic Space Park in downtown Phoenix and serve as the official kickoff to a thrilling weekend of championship racing and entertainment at Phoenix Raceway, which runs all the way from October 31st through November 2nd.
Okay, now Some FanFest highlights include driver appearances, including the NASCAR Cup Series star Daniel Suarez offering autograph opportunity.
And live entertainment will be on the stage throughout the evening, including a concert presented by Straight Talk Wireless and a live DJ.
And there's always the kid-friendly games and interactive experiences as well. I love that NASCAR does that.
Another one I like is the photo ops. You got show cars as well as the NASCAR Cup Series Championship trophy will be on display.
And local food and beverage partners will be serving up some Phoenix favorites this weekend as well.
You also have the official merchandising and ticketing booths for fans to gear up and get their seats for the race weekend. If you don't have your seats yet, you may be a little bit in a jam.
Okay, sponsor and partner showcases featuring exclusive giveaways and more. I know fans really love that.
Now, NASCAR fans in the Valley for NASCAR Championship Weekend are in for a one-of-a-kind pit stop. There's a 10-acre NASCAR Championship Weekend corn maze at the Schnepp Farms in Queen Creek. So before the engines roar at Phoenix Raceway, visitors can take a scenic detour through the 3 miles of twists, turns, and photo ops inside the Schnepp Farms legendary pumpkin and chili party. That'll be open through October 31st. It's a perfect way to gear up for the weekend full of fast cars, big moments, and championship glory.
And Raja, a 7-year-old Sumatran tiger, is wild about William Byron's NASCAR Cup Series championship chances. During a ceremony on Tuesday at the Phoenix Zoo, the beloved beast predicted that the driver of the number 24 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet will win the NASCAR Cup Series championship on Sunday at Phoenix Raceway. Wow. I wonder how accurate he's been.
That's what I was thinking. I know I've seen him do this before. Yeah, I don't know what his success rate is, but I will say this, you can't argue against him either. I know, again, I said Denny Hamlin kind of the favorite statistics-wise as far as overall wins, but momentum says a lot, and William Byron came out and said, hey, I'm going to Phoenix, and I'm going to do it with a win at Martinsville. So right now, the momentum clearly on his side.
It certainly is, and we'll see what happens. Because like you say, I'm not even going to venture a guess. I know a lot of people are saying, is this Denny Hamlin's year? Time always tells the rest of the story. But any one of those drivers, I think, could win this weekend.
I definitely think, I feel like it's kind of Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson. And I say Kyle Larson over William Byron just because William Byron started the year so strong and then kind of, I don't want to say disappeared. I know he was in the battle for the regular season championship, but just not as strong as far as outright winning. Kyle Larson went through his slump, but has been back top 5 again, not winning. So, man, I'm with you. I just don't know. And then, of course, if you got the sentimental favorite, I'm going to try and adjust this here. I had to dig it out. I had to find my Chase Briscoe shirt.
Okay, if we look at the average finishes at Phoenix, Ryan Blaney has the highest one, but William Byron does come in second. Kyle Larson is actually 5th on that list. Denny Hamlin is 6th.
Chase Briscoe
is 12th on this list. But I do know that he has had a win in the next-gen car. William Byron does have a win in 2023 in the next-gen car.
Yeah, I think Kyle Larson's came before the next gen. So there again, that leans it back. Maybe the Tiger knows something.
Maybe the Tiger knows something. Now, let me just tell you, in the fall race last year, Chase Briscoe actually finished 29th. Denny Hamlin finished 11th. Kyle Larson finished in 4th place, and William Byron finished in 3rd. That's last year's fall race. So if that helps anybody.
I think, I know we talked about this, of Ford not being in it this weekend, which everybody kind of had a sigh of relief. Again, a Ford can still win the race, and I would have to venture to say they will be in contention. We may see Ryan Blaney win the race. Then, as you just read, 3rd, 4th, 5th will be the battle for position, if you will, for the championship. Last year we saw it. Blaney didn't even win the race. He got second because Wasn't last year when Ross Chastain beat him?
I believe so.
So could be interesting.
And that could happen. You could have somebody else win the race, and these guys, it's just a matter of who finishes ahead of everybody else that are in that top 4. So it's going to be fun. Do you want to cover the people who are contending below?
All right, from 4th or 5th on back, you got Christopher Bell. Everybody else reset at 5,000 again. We mentioned it's merely of who they finish in front of where they'll finish. But 5th on back, Christopher Bell, again, so close to making it in, just didn't quite make it. At 23.71, has a gap over Ryan Blaney at 23.15. So I think he's pretty much locked up 5th. But there it's a little bit tighter then. Tyler Reddick's at 22.98, only 17 points behind. And then another 7 back to Joey Logano. So you're going to see some positions maybe being battled there. Chase Elliott at 22.82 is 9 points behind Logano. Then there's a gap. 27 points back is Bubba Wallace. But he'll be in a battle with Ross Chastain, who's 12 behind him. Unfortunately, and we talked about this, he's getting better on the ovals, but Shane Van Gisbergen pretty much locked into the 12th spot because he's got quite the gap over Alex Bowman, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, and Josh Berry. But again, let's see, Cindric is at 21.46, Austin Dillon at 21.35, and Josh Berry at 21.20. There's 26 points there separating them. So there'll be some battles within those other spots. But yeah, it pretty much looks like Christopher Bell, again, was ever so close between him and Joey Logano, just who was going to get in.
Okay, so do watch for more coming from Fan for Racing Radio. We've completed all of our previews. We'll be publishing those sometime between Thursday and Friday. Taz and I on Friday will also give you the fantasy report so that it'll help you with your fantasy picks as best as we can do, because some of these are really tough to predict. And then on the other side of the weekend, we will be back with the reviews, which will be our last review show. This is our last preview show. And then that'll be for all 4 races that are taking place at Phoenix this weekend. NASCAR's top 3, as well as the ARCA West Series, will be determining their champion this weekend as well. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern time, we have our Hot Topics Sound Off segment where Jay, Chris, and I will discuss the hottest topics from the weekend of racing. We'll probably, during the off season, maybe do one every month just to kind of keep up with what's going on in the NASCAR world. That'll be pretty much it, Jay.
Obviously, one of the hot topics that will come throughout the offseason is maybe what championship format we use next year, as that was one of the things that was being discussed, but said they wouldn't decide anything until after this one, which I think NASCAR did the right thing there. Keep the focus on this year's championship.
Yes, so I'm kind of anxious to hear that news as well. But we do also want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate each and every one of you. And Jay, the season is almost over, but we'll do some interviews as well as the NASCAR Hot Topic Sound Offs once a month.
Absolutely. I hope to engage throughout the off season. That goes for with you, the fans, as well, because we do appreciate you watching and listening.
Absolutely. Take care, and we will see you. I'll see you at the Fantasy Report. Jay, are you doing anything this weekend racing-wise?
I think I'm going to sit and watch the championship weekend. That's what I'm going to do.
And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Okay, everybody, take care and enjoy your weekend.